They say too much of anything is dangerous. But what about waiting? Can waiting too long break a person's spirit? Can endless waiting make hope feel like a cruel joke? Imagine lying in the same place, not for a day, not for a year, but for 38 years. Watching others move forward while you remain stuck, forgotten, invisible, alone. This was the story of a man by the pool of Bethesda. Every day he laid on his mat, staring at the water, hoping for a miracle that never came. The pool was believed to hold healing power when stirred, but there was always someone quicker, stronger, better connected, someone who made it in before him. And so, year after year, he stayed behind. Can you picture the whispers around him? Why is he still here? Why doesn't he just give up? Maybe you've heard those same whispers in your life. Maybe you've been waiting so long that people have stopped believing in your breakthrough. And if you're honest, you've almost stopped believing too. But then one day, Jesus walked by. He didn't go to the crowd. He didn't wait for the water to move. He went straight to the man who had been stuck the longest. Isn't that just like him? He sees the ones everyone else overlooks. And instead of reaching down to carry him, Jesus asks what seems like the strangest question. Do you want to be healed? At first, the man doesn't even answer directly. He explains his excuses. I have no one to help me. Others always get there before me. Maybe that sounds familiar. When life feels stuck, it is so easy to list all the reasons why things can't change, why your situation is hopeless, why the door will never open. But Jesus wasn't asking for excuses. He wasn't asking for explanations. He was offering transformation. With just 3 words, he rewrote 38 years of waiting. Get up, walk, and instantly, strength filled the man's body. Muscles that had wasted away came alive. Legs that had been useless for decades carried him forward. He picked up his mat not to return to that place of waiting, but to walk into a new chapter. Think about this. The healing didn't come from the pool. It didn't come from the crowd. It didn't come from his own effort. It came from an encounter with Jesus, the one who shows up when hope feels wasted. Maybe you've been waiting too. Waiting for a breakthrough in your health. Waiting for a door to open in your career. Waiting for healing in your family. Waiting for love, for purpose, for peace. And maybe the waiting feels wasted. But here's the truth. When Jesus steps into your story, no waiting is wasted. What looks like delay is often preparation. What feels like abandonment is really set up for a greater miracle. The man at Bethesda teaches us something powerful. Even after 38 years, Jesus still had the final word. And he still has the final word in your life. So today, he asks you the same question he asked back then. Do you want to be healed? Do you want to rise from despair? Do you want to step out of that cycle of defeat? Do you want to believe again, even after years of disappointment? Because the one who healed then is the same one who heals now. He's still walking into hopeless places. He's still speaking life into broken stories. He's still turning wasted years into testimonies of grace. Friend, your waiting is not wasted. Your story is not over. The very place where you've been stuck the longest can become the stage where God's glory shines the brightest. So hear his voice today. Get up, walk, not in your strength, but in his. Not with your plan, but with his promise. Because with Jesus, even 38 years of waiting can turn into a single moment of breakthrough. Welcome to Steadfast, where every story reminds us that with God, no season is wasted, and no life is beyond his reach.